I will be casting unofficially the beginning and the end of the event. I will be away in Melbourne during the middle of this event. It's 18 teams going head to head. The next event being after TI3 with 24 teams going head to head. This game is not an in-house game. In fact, this game is a random ANS game for a Monday night. A bunch of people from the ANS Guild looking to play a game, just have some fun in Captain's mode, and we're going to jump into the game. I got two co-hosts, two co-casters with me right now. Go guys, can you speak? Can you introduce yourselves? My co-casters choosing to be a bit quiet there. Perhaps they're not interested in casting, just want to be in the position of a co-caster, have some control of the map. Anyway, in any case, we're going into the captain's mode. First ban being the Meepo. Meepo not being really utilized in a lot of games. I'm not sure why there's a Meepo ban. Meepo being probably underplayed in a lot of matches. Meepo being very, very strong though. He has this capability that if he gets that early laning phase under control, and then if he goes into the jungle and he sort of just develops those levels very, very quickly with that shared XP, shared XP with the multiple duplicants of Meepo, he can quickly snowball out of control. The fastest Meepo level 25 I've actually seen is 18 minutes. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But yes, it's possible to have a 25-minute Meepo. But I'm not sure that's why they've banned this game. This game is probably just a random game where they've chosen to ban out Meepo. But as their second ban, you can see they've banned out Lifestealer. Lifestealer being one of those key heroes in the trade lane. Very, very strong with that rage, with that open wounds. He's able to really play strongly in those laning phase. However, in most pub games, he is generally relegated to the lesser position, which is jungling. On the Radiant team, you can see they have banned out their Wisp. So many first pick Wisp bans and so many first pick Batrider bans, and you can see Radiant have chosen to do both. They don't want to fight the versatility of that Wisp. They don't want to see their global presence gank happening with his ult, and they're also not wanting to see that Batrider with his ability to Firefly and that lasso. They don't want to see any of that, and they've chosen to ban those two out. And we're still in the early phases of that first pick. No one picking up anything just yet. But I am expecting to see that mix of pub heroes that you would see probably in SB. Maybe a Queen of Pain, maybe even a Drow you might see for the first time in one of the games that I've casted a Drow. But let's see what's going on. Are my co-casters there? Are they willing to jump in? Nope, no. Perhaps they have pushed the talk buttons and they can't actually talk during the captain's picking phase. Can see now that the time is starting to run out of reserve time. Not really sure what's going on here with the Dire team in terms of their first picks. The team captain, which is actually Pink, I'm not sure who that is, taking their time and eating up that reserve time. In fact, they're almost out of reserve time. Perhaps they've gone AFK and have not realized they're in a match. For those of you watching on the stream, you can see there is a bit of a delay there. That delay is to stop wood sniping. You guys are about 2 minutes behind, but that's okay. There shouldn't be any wood sniping for such a casual event such as this. And finally, we see that pick up from the Dire. They've picked up that Lycan. Lycan used to be one of those preferred heroes for the jungle, particularly on the Radiant side. We don't see a lot of play of Lycan at the moment, but you see they've picked it there. Lycan, he's got that power of the wolves. He's got that power of his ult, being able to run away, being able to initiate, or being able to run away or pursue quite easily, or do both in the same ult existence. And once he gets EPKP, he's very difficult to shut down. Can do Rush really, really early, can jungle very, very well, can add a lot of support to the team. On the Radiant, we're looking at, they're picking up Gyro, good staple Gyro. Gyro having huge amounts of DPS with those Flak Cannon, with those Rocket Barrage, really being able to pick up a lot of farm and just dominate a lane. Also, Darkseer doing the same with the Iron Shells. He's normally picked up as that solo long lane position, and you can see here he's being picked up by this pub game. Is he going to be in that position? Are we going to see a 2-on-2 split on both sides, or are we actually going to see some tri lanes? Into the second round of banning really, really quick, given that there's no reserve time. They banned out Slark, banned out Jinkero, immediately bans. Again, both of those heroes are very, very strong. Jinkero being in the top 3 for the sort of hero choice, in my opinion, for supports. He's able to apply a lot of CC to a team fight, as well as some general broad damage with his lava ult. And we see, sorry, I totally missed the cast. I totally did not pick out that Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain being picked up for that central lane, that center position, just at this stage. Could possibly be in a side lane or an off lane, but I wouldn't expect it at this stage. On the Radiant team, they've banned out Chen and Weaver. They don't want to fight Weaver. I think that Weaver pick ban was probably very, very smart. I don't think this is the kind of game where you're going to see a lot of Chen action. And they've answered the Queen of Pain with a puck. The puck having that Dream Coil, having that orb. Both of them having really, really good flexibility to dominate those zones in the mid position. But probably this is more in favour. If it was an equal hero skill, it would be more in favour of the puck. No one can outmid a puck, not even a Queen of Pain. And Conquer being picked up. This potentially could change everything. We may not see Queen of Pain in the mid position. We may see Queen of Pain in a solo lane or as a part of a tri lane, while we see Conquer taking up the mid. Conquer can actually out harass Puck a little bit if he gets close enough. He'd probably do a little bit better than a Queen of Pain, although he's not likely to get any rune domination, and probably his CS is going to be a little bit lower.
Radiant team ban.
And we're back, and we see that we've picked up an Omni Knight for probably a 2-1-2 split. I don't think this is going to be a trailing maneuver with an Omni Knight. Omni Knight's new ult means that he is not normally seen in Tier 1's games because of the bans normally that are in place from... Oh no, that's the latest patch that's released. Omni Knight. Omni Knight's now got a new global ability. We haven't seen him in much Tier 1 play, but I do think he has that potential to add there. I've seen semi-Omni carry builds. I've seen a lot of games with Omni Knight, so looking forward to seeing what Omni Knight can bring to this particular lineup. And we see that classic, that Shadow Demon being picked up for the Radiant. Shadow Demon being one of those heroes that I love really, really much. Again, another hero in that top 3 along with Jinkura. I believe that Shadow Demon is one of the top picks. Not because of disruption, not because of his ult, because of that soul catcher. That soul catcher, if you can land it on that hero, if you can play it right, is amazing and absolutely broken with the right support around you. You know, it even works well with your own ult. We look at the last final bans here. The die down to 19 seconds of reserve. They have banned out that Lina. They don't want to see any Shadow Demon Lina combos, but they're probably going to pick up Lesh. On the Radiant time side, you can see they've banned out Rubik. I'm not sure why that Rubik ban. And the last two picks, very, very rapid, very, very quick. Everyone knew what they wanted to pick up. You've picked up an Enigma. You've picked up a Vengeful Spirit. These teams are not typical. These teams are not what you normally see in regular games, but they are very, very strong, especially with Enigma with that black hole, especially with combined with Gyro ult. That's going to be their team fight there with a vacuum and a wall. They've got a lot of team fight. Whereas on the Radiant time, they've got a lot more single targets. They've got some team utility with the Scream, with the boat, with Omni Knight being able to ult, but it's probably synergy wise in the favour of the die just at this stage. And let's see if I have co-casters.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yes, it just seems I do indeed have co-casters. I'm looking for them to probably jump in and introduce themselves. Once again, I'm Amiga K. You guys know that this is my channel. Why don't you go, guys who are also co-casting? Why don't you introduce yourselves?
How you going? Name's Axorus. Just come and watch them, see what happens, see how the boys are. Notice a few of them have over a couple of thousand wins, so it should be a good game.
Yeah, there's as you said, they've got quite a lot of wins under their belt, so we should be seeing some competitive play, even though this is not competitive teams. These are just this is more or less effectively a pug. We look at the early items. Yeah, we look at the early items. We see that they've picked up a smoke on the Dire team. Potentially some action going to go on early game, and they've picked up some sentry wards with this Shadow Demon there, looking to probably protect or block their camps.
Looks like you're right. Conqueror is going for a mid lane, and looks like they're going for aggressive tri lane down the bottom.
Yep, as you can see, we can see Omni Knight fitting into a support position in their tri lane. Unusually with Go Mama's Lycan, I'm not sure how that's going to unfold. I have not seen that combination of heroes in the tri lane before. I've seen Vengeful Spirit being put into a tri lane on a regular basis, and you can see here he's being used. Yeah, they're looking to play offensively in here. Jara coming in. A stun going down on Joe. This is not looking good for bad. He's being disrupted. They're going to try and block him in. He's being harassed back into the lane, and unfortunately, no effective body blocking. They weren't able to block him off. Their disruption. Oh, because they miscast. Disruptor was actually part of the 2-1-2 split that is happening in the bottom. So in the bottom lane here, we have a gyrocopter with a SD, as you can see on your screen. We have an Enigma. It looks like he's possibly jungling. Or he may join this tri lane in the bottom. In the mid we have a Puck, and in the top lane we have a Darkseer.
Haste.
We see that this Queen of Pain has picked up the solo top position, and in the middle is that guy who was just there, but he seems to have gone now. Kaka picking up that mid position for to go against the Puck. It's not going to go in his favour initially, but perhaps he can outplay, he can outduke the Puck player, and if he can, with those splashes, he can drive that Puck out of the lane. She's going to be needing to really time those fades and really phase shifts, and really rely on the bottle growing in order to not go down to Kunkka splash damage. And this bottom lane here, they're going to suffer slightly. I believe if they don't get some kills with this Lycan, Vengeful and Omni Knight combo, this is an offensive tri lane. Offensive tri lanes, they need to not just get CS, they need to get kills to be effective. And they're up against two heroes. They should really be able to try and get one. They should be able to out-harass them, but they are two ranged heroes. If they can out-harass them, they can get that CS and also the kills. Otherwise, this Gyro, this SD, they're going to out-level them, and they'll suffer from basically being ganked themselves by the lane that they started in. In the top lane here, we've got the Darkseer doing what he does traditionally, pushing the top lane with those iron shells on himself, which is unusual for the early phases. It is quite usual to have him with iron shell on yourself, of course, as a Darkseer. In the early phases, you look to try and normally double push the lane, and sort of keep the opponent's tower bound or tower locked, and then also contest any pulls, or also just farm the jungle while you're doing it. That's generally what I do as a Darkseer, but it doesn't always work. I'm not the best player in the world. In this case, the Darkseer looking to harass as much out of the Darkseer by iron shelling his creeps and pushing the wave. I probably would have conservatively put it on their range creep to keep them, or at least try and harass this Darkseer, this Queen of Pain from getting CS. At the moment, she's in a kind of semi-free farm state, although she does have to play carefully. We can see in the bottom lane here, a little bit of action going on with the Gyro. He did get stunned. There was no follow through, and that's the problem with this particular tri lane. Although there's a lot of damage that can come out from this tri lane, they don't have that lockdown abilities that you typically see. They don't have those typical elements. They only have one stun in the form of Vengeful Spirit.
Looks like up the top, Darkseer might be caught for a first blood.
Top tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, he surges away in the bottom lane. They look to pursue as much as they could possibly do, but unfortunately, they just don't have enough lockdown to keep Gyro or SD in position. Yeah, and you're right, this Darkseer playing very, very balls to the wall, being very close to the face of the action, choosing not to sort of, and that's what you want to be. You want to be in the XP range, but you want to stay out of the way of this Darkseer, or at least you want to get aggressively in the face so she can't get CS. If we have a quick look at CS, while there's no immediate team action, you can see that Kunkka is leading the way on 16 CS for the Dire, 18 for this jungling Enigma. Puck sitting on a measly 12. He is being driven out of lane with those Kunkka splashes. And in the bottom lane here, the leading farmer being, I'm not really sure, have a quick look, clearly being Gyro with 15 CS, and his counterpart Lycan only sitting on a measly 11. In the top lane, what's Queen of Pain sitting on? She's sitting on 14 to Darkseer's 12, so it is comparable. He's looking like he's blocking the lane. That's very, very smart. He's going to pick up a lot of CS himself. He's not going to deny any CS, and he is going to put himself in potential danger. And you can see here now, Queen of Pain looking to rotate in and looking to sort of duke around and get a kill. She puts into position, but she hasn't got enough mana to really follow through, and she's got basically everything on cooldowns. And there's a first blood missed, completely missed. Enigma comes out of the jungle, throws down his what's it called? Stun? Maleface. Throws down the Maleface, which keeps Kunkka in place, and that enables Puck to pick up the first blood, which is going to be a much needed cash boost. At the same time, Shadow Demon and Gyro also picking up some of the bottom line. And as we go into that, you can see Omni Knight is Omni Knight almost picking up this Gyro, and he just does it. Unfortunately, SD could not save him. Puck reactivating invisibility, looking to pick up another kill in this Conquer in the mid, calling for help for this Enigma, but this Enigma has no mana. He's not going to be able to help, so he just pops the bottle. And this Enigma doing extremely well with his farm. Starting to get a bit of a runaway effect on this Enigma. He's already got his Ring of Basilisk. It looks like he may get a Soul Ring next, but we're not really sure. I'm not really sure at this stage. Or he may be rushing straight for BKB, given that his farm is so incredibly good in this early stage of the game.
Looks like Kunka's going in for Puck again.
Yeah, I saw that Torrent. Unfortunately, just not enough levels on the Conquer to be able to take effect of that Torrent. If he could maybe X-Max Explode and he probably possibly could have got the Puck. In fact, if he comboed those perfectly, there's no phase shift that's going to save him. If he gets hit by the Torrent, he's going to get hit by all three. So Conquer definitely has the potential to take on this Puck. Unfortunately, he's just not able to do so alone. He needs that support. See here,
Kunka going to intercept Darkseer.
Darkseer being in a bit of trouble here, being pursued by three creeps. Their Torrent missing him. Lucky Surge that he saved for himself with that right opportunity to escape, and he's out of there. He does have that Soul Ring. He is going to be more effectual, though he probably would have better effect on the game if he just basically looked to double Iron Shell his waves. But unfortunately, he's just so low he can't do that at this stage.
Queen of Pain continuing to farm up. Kunka and Queen of Pain both on sitting around 30. Enigma still leading by about 11 CS at the moment.
We see some pinks from Enigma into the mid position. He throws down a black hole. They want to definitely get this Conquer. Where's the orb? There's the silence, there's the Dream Coil, and there's the orb. That's another kill for Puck with the help of Enigma. Same combination of skills, well, different combination of skills, but good teamwork from the Enigma and Puck in the middle, and that's going to be detrimental. Again, yet another detrimental loss for the Dire team.
VS currently sitting on 0 CS, hoping to get some farm in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's not uncommon to see supports in the... If they're doing their job properly, they're getting their CS from pulls. But because they did this offensive trailing, she couldn't really get any farm from the lane without sort of taking it away from somebody else. Unfortunately, because of the combination of heroes, the last hits haven't been picked up by the person it should be picked up, which is the Lycan. Unfortunately, he is missing those last hits. He's basically getting out harassed by this Gyro, and this shouldn't be happening in a trailing scenario. With that extra person, they should be able to drive out that Gyro and keep him away from CS. But they're just, like I said before, they don't have the elements that you would normally traditionally see.
They're trying to go for Enigma here. Mid lane.
Yeah, we see their pursuit, and it is an easy, simple right click for Kunka to take down Enigma, having there already been some damage applied by both him and Vengeful earlier. Puck tried to save him, but there's nothing much Puck could do given the position that Enigma was in his actual HP. In the bottom lane here, there's a lot of harassment going on between Shadow Demon, between Omni Knight, and also with Lycan. He's sitting at less than half, even though there's only one hero there, and that's Shadow Demon. We did have the TP out of... who TP'd out? Somebody TP'd out. No, Gyro TP'd out to top.
Gyro TP top.
Yeah, Gyro TP'ing to top with Darkseer, looking to maybe shut down this Queen of Pain and give some breathing room to the Darkseer. But I don't know how, again, without those they don't have enough lockdowns to catch this Queen of Pain. Her blink is just going to be able to save her, even if she gets hit with a homing missile. They have to time this perfectly with a combination of vacuum and homing missile.
Here they come.
No. She just blinks away, easy escape, and that's the power of Queen of Pain. That's why she's good in the mid position. She can do the same thing. She can avoid ganks, but she can do the same thing to initiate ganks. Puck being a little bit more wary now in the mid position, not being as aggressive as he was earlier, not timing those phase shifts to avoid the Conquer splash, unfortunately. And again, he gets hit by another splash. He just can't seem to predict it.
Is under attack.
in the bot lane here. They're trying to push yet again. These three guys, they're working well as a team. They just don't have this. Oh, we're in the mid position. There's a stream call, a number of stuns. There's a boat, but Puck manages to phase shift through the boat, and Cooker being picked off again.
Dyer's top tower is in one of them.
Gyro putting a lot of damage on the top tower, taking it out, and now tipping to bottom to help out. There's a disruption on the Omni Knight. Can they get this? There's the Rocket Barrage. Unfortunately, there's actually a save stun there from
Dyer's middle tower
Vengeful.
is not what it used to be. That is for
And
certain.
we have Omni's ult. And we have a rotation in from Enigma, and we're looking for that amazing black hole. Can he get it? It looks like he's going to cut them off with the black hole. Can we see a black hole? And there's a black hole!
Gets all three of them.
And that's an amazing play. There's the power of their team. You see that black hole. We saw that cooldown. We saw that rocket barrage and flak cannon all being popped. And there we go. There's 3 heroes down for a loss of none. Somebody on the channel commenting about the build of this gyro, questioning whether or not he's maxed out the rocket barrage over getting at least 1 point in homing missile. What do you think about that?
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
We see this a good place here from this Puck. This Puck not being able to always time the phase shifts for the splashes, but being able to hearing the animation for the torrent, being able to time the phases very well for that in the boat at least, and also X marks the spot, but just not being able to out phase shift those splashes, and that's what you expect though in the mid with the midwood clunker. We see a little bit of, again, this little battle between Omni Knight and Shadow Demon is being disrupted. There's going to be a follow through. He doesn't have that homing missile. He needs that homing missile to really shut them down. But he is right clicking on the Omni Knight, trying to pick him off. He's probably not going to get him in time, unfortunately. And there's a reactionary TP coming in. And who is it? It's Queen of Pain.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
They're now beating defeat. They're on retreat. There's a scream. She picks up both of them. No, she doesn't right click. If it was she only just right clicked for 1 more second, she would have easily had that. But instead, it's a 3 for 2, and that is a fail for the Dyer team. And Enigma looking to try and pick off this Vengeful Spirit. She throws her stun on probably the right target, but unfortunately she can't get away from the Iron Shell. Having taken already a lot of damage from the Enigma. Kunka's in position, he throws the torrent down, but he can't do anything to stop them from picking off that Vengeful. And yet again, it is going in the favour of the Radiant quite substantially. Let's have a quick look at those graphs. We can see now that we're sitting at 5 and a 5.5 for the Radiant in terms of experience, and 5 and a 5.5 for gold for the Radiant also. This is not looking good. That's going to equate to probably an early mech on one of the heroes on the Radiant team. Probably, I'm going to be looking, yeah, here we go. They've already got a mech. They had a mech. It looks like it's already been up for a while. It's already been used. So they had an early mech as a result of their extra farm from the Darks here. Their gyro is sitting on a ring of Aquila, looking to probably build into something with its Sage Mask. Not entirely sure what, possibly an Oblivion stuff. And in the middle, lots of action going down here. Blink Dagger already up on the Puck, and Enigma sitting with a Blink Dagger also. So they have all this versatility over the Dire team, who is suffering slightly from items. And there was a great initiation of ability that's saved by the mech. Jericho not going down because of the mech. There was a stun there from Vengeful. There was a scream. There was not a scream, but there was a bunch of right clicks and a bunch of damage from Kuka. But again, that early mech saving basically Gyro's life. We see now that this game is now sort of digressed into a 4 versus 5 as Lycan has abandoned the laning phases to go back to jungling where he traditionally should have been in the first place, probably by my call. He's picked up an amulet, he's picked up some smoke. It looks like he's going to go straight in for a rush if he can get it. He needs his team to now start putting some pressure on this mid to keep them distracted so they don't know that there's a rush showing. But they must know something's up because he is missing, and he has been missing for some time. see excellent warning from both teams. All the way through this game, there's been good vision in the river on the ruins from both teams. No one faulting in their warding, which sometimes happens in a sort of a pug game scenario. Everyone doing what they need to be doing properly. Oh wait, and there's where are you warding to? In comes a black hole and a dream coil and a silence, and that's gonna be detrimental. Oh, but there's a good reaction from the Queen of Pain. She comes in, there's an Omni ult, and they turn it around. They pick off the Enigma, they pick off the Shadow Team, and now the Radiant is on the retreat. They're fleeing for what was basically their lives. Meanwhile, Lycan putting their damage onto Roshan, but not utilizing his wolves effectively, not utilizing that amulet with his wolves in order to farm it down fast enough. I don't know if he's going to get this in time. Yeah, and he's gonna have a little issue here. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do the last little bit of hit points, given that he has no wolf call up. He's already used his ult, and Roshan is already sitting on. Yeah, he's potentially gonna die to Roshan, and that would be even more of a disaster. He's been stunned. If he gets stunned one more time, he's dead, and he has to retreat. That is a fail, Roshan, and we're gonna probably see if we're lucky for the Radiant, we'll probably see someone to go check it and see that it's low, and they may even pick it up. His regeneration is 100 hit points a second, so you are seeing him quickly go back to full health. But if someone goes in there soon to block that, then we could see early Roshan for the Radiant. Oh great, wow, there's an amazing bunch of abilities going on down here in the bottom lane. We saw a torrent being thrown down by Kunkka while he was being engaged by a Puck. He picks up that kill. Puck having no choice but to go, hey, I'm out of here. There's only one of me and there's three of you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack! Radiant's bottom tower is under attack!
And jumping back to the graphs to see what has changed in the last 6 minutes, or I should say 5 minutes. Not much for experience. It is kind of just plateaued slightly, and same for gold. So it's not looking like very good for Radiant at this stage. It's looking pretty good for Radiant. And we see take 2 of Roshan from this Lycan. A bit of a misplay there, sending his wolves in before he could throw down the amulet. Really needs to take this, or otherwise all his efforts will be made undone by the fact that his team will just be wiped out in exchange for just one measly Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack! Roshan has fallen to the Dire! Dire's bottom tower is under attack!
We see the world's longest Roshan now being taken by Lycan. Uncontested, I might add it. He went in twice and they didn't see it. They didn't have ward coverage in the bottom river there, even though they had great ward coverage in the top. Didn't have it where they needed it. Lycan picking up the Aegis, and now they're looking to push this bottom tower and get some CS for the team. This could be where they bring it back, but no. It could also be a disaster if no, they do pick up their gyro. This is starting to go back in their way slightly, although they are still far behind. Oh, and an amazing jump in by Puck, and a Dreamcore picks off 2 heroes, and one of those has the Aegis. He's got backup and support from the rest of the team. Do we see a black hole here? Do we see some? Yeah, we see a black hole, an amazing black hole. It is the follow through onto the gyro, well, miscast it. Follow through from the rest of the team onto the Lycan. Unfortunately, he is going to get away. He is going to survive. He gets a heal from the Omni, and in exchange they pick off the gyro. No, they're going to pick off the Puck. Can they get the Puck? Yeah, no. And the Puck escapes. So all in all, two for none. Went in the favour of the Radiant. Excellent, or I should say an amazing play there by Puck, coming in the last second to get 2 kills.
Bottom tower is under attack! Dire's top tower is under attack!
Dire under a bit of pressure now. They're one home to get another tower, or another tier 1 tower. Slightly dashed by the fact that they lost that Aegis quite early to a good play from Puck. They really probably need to start sort of reverting to 5-man Dota, although we see Lycan abandoning lane still and going back to jungle farm. He should be able to farm more effectively now he's got an amulet, but he probably is quite far behind where he needs to actually be. Conk on the other hand, sitting at an okay level for 19 minutes. It would have been nice for him to have a crit stack by now, but unfortunately, he's had all that shut down in the early phases by Puck and by Enigma. Vengeful, not even completed boats, and Omni taking got a bigger farm, but it doesn't look like he's gone for an early mech or an early pipes, which would have been useful. Instead, he's gone for a Ring of Marcellus and Mana Boots. And we see some casual killing of the Omni Knight. Not a lot of skill used in that particular engagement. They just throw some abilities down, Dream Coil, and pick off an Omni Knight. The rest of the team right-clicking them, but not focusing their fire on one hero and choosing to divide it between Puck and between Omni Knight. And as a result, both of them get away alive. Lucky coming out of the jungle, missed that completely. Lucky coming out of the jungle and picking off Darkseer, who was already low in health, having just used a Soul Ring to charge his mana. Nice play. And he uses his ult to escape, but oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't see this Puck. This Puck is actually invisible. We're gonna see a silence. We're gonna see a ball. There's gonna be some right click down. He could just be running away, but he's not. He's kind of decided to hide in this little conclave here. There could be a mistake. No, he's sending his wolf out of the way also, his invisible wolf. He is going to get away, and he's scot-free. We see a rotation into the middle from the gyro. He's looking to now push this tower. They want more towers, they want more CS. They can sense anticipation in the atmosphere in terms of they're about to snowball. They feel that the game is in their ballpark. They've definitely got more aggressive play going on, and they've definitely got more cohesive teamwork going on. So yes, they are feeling the vibe, and they're looking to push this bit. Although Gyro's out of position, he gets a stun, he gets screamed. Yeah, and it's an easy Gyro. Out of position there. And then Puck comes in to try and pick somebody off, but unfortunately he realizes he's completely outmatched, and he just uses his orb to escape. Oh wow, we see a swap in and an Omni ult. Ace marks the spot on Enigma, and there's an amazing black hole. This black hole totally turning the tune of the tide. Everybody going down, everybody getting right clicks. This is an absolute disaster for the Radiant team. No comeback from this scenario. This is almost on verge of a snowball. What do you do in this position? Yeah, they're not impossibly behind. They can come back if they do execute really well. Some good teamwork maneuvers, some good overlap of abilities. So coordination is what they really need. So they can easily come back. It's only one team fight, maybe two team fights, two team fight victories away from actually just equating or taking the lead back. But at the moment, this looks like it's going to be the beginning of a snowball. They don't have the items. The item advantage and the level advantage that the Radiant have. So they're playing very, very defensively around their towers, and there's not really much they can do other than just sort of look for mistakes.
Yeah, I also agree that the Dire's teamwork is nothing compared to the Radiant. The Radiant, these black holes there's been 2 or 3 of them that have landed, 3 or 4, and it's just been really great teamwork, really good coordination, just really dominating the Dire at the moment.
Yeah, you can see they're following through when they see their black hole. They know that they should come in and help. And we do see Radiant Dire choosing to smoke up. They're looking to rotate into the top to pick off this gyro, but unfortunately this gyro, sensing that there's some danger, picking up a TP. Is he going to use it to get out in time? Let's see. Yeah, and he just casually walks out. No need to beat the feed either. So, yeah, as you were already saying, the Radiant team working a lot better with these black holes. So many games you see where somebody lands an amazing black hole, but nothing comes out of it because there's no team to follow through with the damage. In this particular matchup, they're working a lot more cohesively together. And as soon as they see their black hole, ults go down, right clicks go down. We see Soul Catcher going down with Dynamic Purge and the poison. We see Puck coming in with the silence. So we can see that they identify that that's the opportunity to get somebody, and they take it. The Dire now really being forced to abandon any kind of team fighting position and go for as many split pushing lanes as possible. And the Radiant responding in kind. They've kind of reverted to farming for a bit. They've got this huge lead, but I think with this Mystic Staff pickup on Puck, she wants to really finish that sheep stick before they engage in the next team fight. And what is it that Enigma's trying to get. Enigma, oh, he wants to get his BKB for the next team fight also, so they have complete dominance in the team fight scenario. They know they can win this already with such good plays. Oh, we see a sheep stick and going up on Duxia as well. And we see that there's a good play there by both sides. But we see a vacuum there trying to pick off this Queen of Pain who escaped into the woods, but unfortunately it was just slightly out of position and the Queen of Pain TP'd away.
And we have Puck jumping on Oni Knight, and easy kill.
Presumably a pity.
Yeah, this Puck's starting to be a real threat now that his mana pool is almost up to 1500. His regeneration is quite substantial with that massive amount of... oh, look at his right click damage, it's really high. Oh wait, there's all kinds of abilities being thrown down, but they can't unfortunately pick anyone off. Oh wait, yes, is this Queen of Pain going to be? No, she pops a bottle, they don't realise she's so low. Mechs being used all over the place. Bit sloppy from both teams. Everyone just trying to reach for basically clutch doors and try and find what they can actually find in terms of kills. An easy pick off there, as you said, by Puck on the Omni Knight.
Lycan continuing to farm up in the jungle, although he really isn't doing quite that well. He still only has his boots, Medallion and Vlad's. And now Puck and Enigma have just picked up Black King Bar and Sheepstick.
Yeah, they've picked up those core items. They're now going to regroup and look for a 5-man push. This is 5-man Dota now for them. They've got the Sheepstick, and they've probably got another Sheepstick almost on Duxie also. So they're going to have 2 Sheepsticks very shortly. And they're going to have all the control in the team fights.
Might see Gyro here pick off the courier up the top.
No, he stops because of the wave and chooses to pick up the wave instead. Yeah, they're going to have all the team fight, the Radiant team. There's not much that this Dire team's going to be able to do. In fact, they definitely do not want to engage. In fact, their best strategy is to play denial, not play any engagement. But unfortunately, the versatility of the Puck, the versatility of this Puck just blinking around in combination with this Enigma stun, they're just picking off people left, right and centre. And also, to add insult to injury, oh no wait, that's the Dire team. The Dire team picking up Shadowblade on the Clinker. That could be useful. They could use that to stop an assault. Although, oh look at that, blink, use the Malphus, and then in comes Puck to fill it through. Same emo, same tactic, same emo every time, same result. They get 1, 2, 1 kill. Easy, no problem.
Dire's middle tower is not what it used to be. That is for certain. War has come to...
So while this is happening in the mid lane, they're pushing mid tower, and we've got Queen of Pain down the bottom, also pushing tier 2 tower, but we also have Gyro getting scared off by the Lycan, and they're just continuing to push with the team fight of the Radiant.
A little reactionary TP into bottom by Daxia, but unfortunately Queen of Pain just blinking out, not really doing anything. The rest of the Die team looking to... Oh, at least the Radiant team looking to also catch this Queen of Pain, but I don't think they're enough lockdown to get her. No, they're just looking to ward and revert to farm. They're feeling confident. They got their mid tower, and that was what they wanted to do. They've achieved their goal, now they're back to farming.
Lycan does pick up his BKB though.
Yeah, Lycan's got a long next 15 minutes ahead of him. If he can get the farm, if he can be unharassed in the jungle for 15 minutes with that farm, then he could do really well. But I don't see him using his wolves as he should be. I don't see him stacking the camps. That's what he should be doing if he's so far behind. Use the invisible wolf to go ahead, run out and engage a camp, pull it, so it's stacked, so that when he gets there, he's got 2 ways to clear out rather than just having to deal with that one, and that will increase his farm. But he's not doing that with his wolves. Oh, we're seeing a good black hole on the bottom again. Just being used on the one hero. They want to make sure they get their Queen of Pain because she's so versatile at escaping. But they pick her off with a combination of black hole and just right clicks. In the top here, yeah. Gyro in a little bit of trouble, but just like with Bloodseeker, you know, this powerful hero Lycan, he doesn't have a basher yet, so he can't stop your TP. So if you're in trouble, just right click the TP and get out of there. Oh wait, we see a bit of damage going down onto and a wall. And he's got a veil. He didn't get a sheepstick, he decided to get a veil. And there's an Omni charge. Everyone popping ults, not for a lot really. There was no real easy kill or no clear engagement pattern, but they still went for it anyway. Queen of Puck coming in, throwing down an orb and a silence, not hitting anyone. Real sloppy action here from both teams, but someone's going to get caught out. And we see right here, there's a BKB, there's no black hole, there's no ults of any kind. They've all been used. This is just going to be a right click fest. This is going to go in the favour of the Dire if they're not careful. But
I don't realise why Lycan ran from that team fight. Could have helped his team quite a lot there.
At the same time, Kunkka also ran, but as a result of running, his team gets picked off, and now he's in a position of being picked off. There's a Quinnipiac scream. He turns to catch and kill somebody, and he also gets killed by now. Oh no! Is he going to escape? Is he going to escape? No, he gets right clicked down. Yeah, in the heat of battle, people make choices, and those choices are not always the right choices.
And Rashawn's back up, which could be some saving grace for Lycan, but they're just, it is like you're saying, it's now snowballing. They're 12 kills behind. They've only got 1 tower compared to the Radiant's 4, and I think Radiant are going for a middle push now.
Yeah, there's not many games. They're over 10,000, they're 12,000 XP and 10,000 gold. There's not many games that I've casted, in probably about 50 games, where the difference has been the same and someone's come back. I think there's maybe one game where that happened, but 90% of games I cast, if it gets to 10,000 in the favour of one team, normally that means that team is going to win. Because it's not just about kills. You got to realise they can't see the graphs that we can see, but it's not just about kills. You know, kills help you deny gold to the enemy, and they also give you some extra farm. But it's really about CS, and if we look at the last hits though, that tells us the true story. We could see that Darkseer and Enigma, who are 2 supports, are sitting really, really high in their CS, with their carries sitting quite low. But there's still a clear sort of 15, 16, 20 CS above that of the Radiant's carries. You know, why I'm saying all this, a lot of action's going on and people are dying, but I think at this point in time, it's not looking good for the Radiant, and I'm just sort of doing a post-game analysis almost in the middle of the game.
And Queen of Pain picks up Park.
Dominating! Double kill!
Oh, well done by the Radiant. They managed to actually get a 4 for 1. I guess that's what do the graphs say? The graphs say that's only a 2,000, you know, and they've still got 12,000 experience to claw back. That 4-man wipe only equated to 2,000 XP out of the 14,000 they need to get in order to just get back to neutral with the Radiant team. And in terms of gold, it's not even 1,000. So you can see what I said before in terms of it's not just about kills. You get all these big kills late game, it still doesn't mean anything. It's about your consistent play all the way through the game and your CS as well as your kills. But more importantly, making sure your team is in a radius of that kill.
Has fallen to the dire.
And looks like Lycan does pick up another Aegis.
Lycan doing what he does best, doing Roshan and farming the jungle. Perhaps, you know, in hindsight, this is what Lycan should have been doing from the offset rather than trying to do this crazy trailing team that they did early on in the beginning of the game. But you know, those are the learning things. Those are what people try, and you won't know unless you try how things are going to work out. And we see now everyone kind of just backing off, playing reasonably conservatively, no one really wanting to commit to any engagements, everyone looking to pick up some extra farm and see what they can bring to the game. Jaro fallen slightly behind him in the farm. You can see his CS is only 150, so he's reverted to jungle farming. You know, whereas in Enigma, he's pretty much set for the rest of the game. He's got all the items he needs in order to be effective in this game. Any more CS, and he's just going to be picking up extra HP or extra utility items, which he may or may not be able to use, or may not be effective. Shadow Demon, same for the Shadow Demon. The only thing you really need on the Shadow Demon is Mana Boots. Mana Boots and wards, that's what you'll be doing as Shadow Demon, so he's already doing what he should be doing. And Darkseer, having picked up all the core items he needs to get, he's picked up another Void Stone, so he maybe is going for a Sheep Stick. Or possibly a Lincoln.
And we see Puck and Enigma both have a use, so we could probably see double use. They've just got excellent team fight. Sheep Stick, Puck can blink in, Enigma sets up. It's pretty much all over, but if they get caught out, it's very easy to get picked off with the high DPS of Kunkka, and also Lycan is getting pretty big, as well as Queen of Pain.
Yeah, we've got to remember, there is actually a reasonable amount of magic damage that comes out of the Radiant team. So, Omni's Night Ult could save them if executed at the exact right time. But I mean, that's a perfect setup, and that's what they're trying to do now, that's what they're looking for. And the Radiant wanting to really get this Lycan, all rotating into and sort of through the jungle into the bottom position. This Lycan, even though he's hit with a homing missile, just casually walking out. Oh wait, no, he makes a mistake. He stops. Although he's really, really lucky the Radiant have chosen to retreat. But he's still in a dangerous position. He shouldn't be so far out without vision on the Radiant team. He could get caught
His
out.
team is smoked. They're coming in to go through the jungle.
Yeah,
Might
Darkseer's going to
catch his
probably
Darkseer.
might get picked out of position. There's the X-Max spot and a premature stun in my opinion. But there's a good turn and it's a right-click spin in. He pops that mech and then he surges and he's away. No, he actually stays to stick around with the Veil. He looks to do some extra damage. That stacks amazingly well with both his own ult and the ult of the Gyro. They pick off the Queen of Pain, but unfortunately his mate Gyro, who came to save him, actually gets killed as a result. There's a bit of pursuing going on with Wolves and with Heroes, but no one being able to really pick off anybody. This Lycan now in a dangerous position. He's now being picked up by the Puck. He's trying to right click him. The Sheep Stick coming into play. Iron Shell's coming down. No, and this is a dead Lycan. Oh wait, misplay there by Puck. Whoa, that could have potentially been bad. Miss Puck getting out of the way. They all come back in. There's now 3-on-1. No support coming in. 4-on-1. There's a shattered old demon ult. He uses his ult. He's got BKB. Can he get away? Is he going to get cut off? No, he's... Oh, wait, Yules. And possibly another Yules. There's a Malphite stuns. So many stuns being thrown down. So many abilities. Vacuums, walls, disruption. Here comes the Conqueror's boat. And this pursuit of Lycan turning into a backfire with them now being on the back foot. They're being forced to retreat. Although, there's a lot of right-clicking and damage going down on everybody. Who's going to drop next? Omni's ult coming into play. Oh wait, we lost Omni just then. So it actually did work out just slightly for the Radiant, even though they just picked up the Shadow Demon. It's a 2-for-1. But Lycan living, so well done by Lycan. You can see now, oh wow, great initiation here from the smoked up Vengeful. She throws down a stun and there's all this right click damage going down on Gyro. He's going to die to a Queen of Pain. Easy pick off, easy pickings, and now they're going to take this tower. Well, they're going to try and take this tower. Now the creep wave is here, they should take this tower, yeah. Easy. Puck tries to do something, can't really do anything, is forced to sort of back off with an orb. And Dire now playing the offensive game, looking to rotate mid and pick up yet another tower. Hopefully they can do this. Hopefully they can put down a lot of damage or enough damage in order to put down this tower in the top lane. But I don't know if they're going to do it without Lycan. Lycan having rotated into the top to pick up some extra farm. Got that basher now, looking to pick up something else. What's he going to be picking up? What do you think?
I really think he probably should go into the upgrade of the... Where is Lycan? There he is. Should probably either go into the upgrade of the Basher, or even maybe a bit later on get rid of the Medallion, wait for Roshan to go up, and then as a team push, because I think Roshan's about 3 minutes away. Really need to smoke gank as well, try to go through that bottom lane, even try to go mid lane, get that mid tower.
Yeah, they're going to have a hard time. I think what they really need to do is do something unconventional perhaps, because there's so much utility coming out of this Radiant team with Sheepsticks and a Yules on Puck. Not only does she that, she's her own Dream Coil and her own Science. So just her alone, she's a one band machine that can shut down the other enemy team. That's not including Enigma with his Black Hole and his Yules also, that you already sort of commented on earlier. They're going to be out utility. They're going to be out team to fight. So they need Lycan to basically do a lot of solo pushing probably. So possibly a heart is what I'm thinking he's going to be looking to pick up.
Yep. Yeah, definitely a heart. Also, be good for maybe Conqueror as well to pick up a BKB, just because he is getting caught. And VS just, I presume, will just continue to keep supporting. Hasn't really been getting much CS, where the Dire is now starting to pull away with both Queen of Pain, Conqueror, and Lycan pulling away.
You can see the graphs now that Watch as you can see here, it's really gone way back down here. There's only 1,000 to 2,000 difference in XP now. They managed to claw back that 12,000 XP difference with a lot of hard work, and it would same with the
Like him
gold.
to get caught up the top.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, and he turns around for some reason. That being a misplay, if he just kept running, he possibly could have got away. But you know, now the Radiant choosing to punish the Dire for that misplay. Omni ult going up, boat coming in. Oh, and Enigma getting just right-clicked down by Kunkka with a boat on top of it. Now that he's got that Dallas, he is such a reckoning force. And it's a 1-for-1, a 2-for-1. And we see reactionary TPs coming from here. A buyback from the Lycan. He's looking to pick up somebody, but no one's there. So he's just going to pick up some extra farm if he can.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We see a swap out happening in the middle here. Swapping out. Oh, I don't know who that is. Who is that? It was the Darkseer. He searches out of that. He's follow through with the Lycan. But the Lycan now, no ult. And he's going to get picked up again. This is a bad place for the Lycan to be. And he gets nobody as a result. Even though the Enigma went down to somebody, went down to Kunkka. Kunkka picking up all the kills. Kunkka doing amazing amounts of
Queen of Pain
damage.
picked off Puck and now might pick off Darkseer.
And an amazing turn of events. Kunkka with the Daedalus, showing how strong the Daedalus is on Kunkka. Just casually right-clicking the team to death. Picking up 2 kills, Queen of Pain picking up 1, and Lycan picking up the other. Now they're gonna sort of capitalize on this turn of events and push this top, pushing this top tower down. The only last remaining tier 2 tower. They're themselves being on the back foot in towers, so no, they're going to take the tower advantage. Yeah, they're already in the tower advantage. Oh, but there's they're getting a bit harassed by the Puck now. They're in dangerous territory. They should probably look to back out. Both this Vengeful Spirit and Kunkka feeling overconfident with the Queen of Pain present. But this is going to be bad. You can see there's going to be some right clicking down, and yeah, you see the Queen of Pain go down. We see Queen of Pain and Vengeful going down, basically because they were too overconfident.
Yeah, I think they got a bit greedy there, especially Queen of Pain. Should have dived in a bit too deep and really needed to save her. She just lost a bit of money. And also I think Enigma picked up a killing off her killing spree. Bit of silly play.
We can see here now that the real saviour of this team being Kunkka with the Daedalus, with the Shadow Blade, is really, he's just picked up that Shadow Blade. So you're going to see a lot of big plays now coming out of Kunkka, with him just appearing in the middle of the team fight, given that he is slightly more tankier than both Queen of Pain and Vengeful Spirit. I'm actually picking here that there's going to be a bit of a fight around this Rosh. Radiant realizing the Rosh is going to be up soon, come to check, interrupt the Lycan's wolves who were on their way to intercept Roshan, and now they know that there's someone's looking to do it. Kunkka's been disrupted. There's a black hole, an amazing black hole. It catches all 3 of them. In fact, Lycan walks into it. There's a wall, there's a gyro ult, and Lycan trying to escape with his ult, and it's a 2-3 for nothing. 2 for nothing. Easy pickoffs. But now black hole's down, now wall's down. Even though they've lost.
Now they go for Rosh.
Yeah, now they go for Rosh. We could see Lycan come here at the last minute and pick this off, but will we see that amazing play? We're not going to see any play whatsoever. It's going to be an uncontested Rosh for the Radiant team. The Dire choosing to go into the jungle and to pick up some extra CS.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
And this is a cheese Roshan, so we're seeing
Dire's
we're
bottom
going to see a
tower is
rather
under
large team
attack.
push here right for the middle, probably right down the guts and straight into the tier 1 Baron.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And this is bad. The Dire team, they don't have TP, only some of them have TPs, not all of them have TPs. They're all slightly out of position. By the time they TP in, they might be TPing in a single line staggered formation, which would mean they're going to get picked off, which means it's definitely a tier 3 tower, given their current position. Possibly a tier 2, possibly one of these racks also, but it depends on whether or not they commit to the assault.
Dyer's middle tower is not what it used to be. Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
And we see that sheep's pick just in then on the on on this amazing Dux there, who's also got Veil.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But he may go down. He's going to try and sheep stick someone to get away. He does not. We see Lycan using his ults. Ults being used all over the place. Abilities being used. No one coordinating their attacks. We see a vacuum and a wall. It doesn't pick up anyone. We see Omni ult coming in to not really save anyone, but they're hoping to engage people, and they look like they're going to get their puck. Their puck, having used all his abilities already, is easy pickings for both the combination of the Venture Spirit Stun and the dagger from what's her name, from Queen of Pain. They're now going to push down the middle and try and get that advantage back. Do you think they're going to be successful?
I think they will. Enigma. Enigma's black hole's down for another 30 seconds. If they push now, they should be able to probably get the tower. Maybe not get a Rax though.
There's only a 10 kill difference, but and the graphs say there's nothing in it really. It's all going to come down to this team fight. An amazing vacuum into the aura effect of Enigma. Everyone taking a lot of damage. No one really going down just yet. They get their tower. An amazing cooker splash and then the follow through from the Lycan, but he chooses to abandon the pursuit for a tower. Queen of Pain comes in, and that's a dead Jaro, but he's got the Aegis. They need to either gang up on him or take this Rax. They'd be smarter to take this Rax, but they're all choosing to back out. They've put down damage. They're all feeling a little bit scared right now. Lycan saying, no, to hell with it. I'm going to right click down this Rax. I'm going to die probably. Oh no, he stops attacking it. No, he knows he's going to die. No, come on, right click it. Somebody right click it. Somebody right click this Rax. It's only on 14 HP. Nobody right clicks it. Nobody right clicks it. Everybody is a fool.
Lycan nearly had it killed and then he ran away for, yeah,
he did it twice. I think he was expecting some right clicks to be coming in from the team, and nothing came through. It was just him attacking the Rax, and as a result, this Rax that was on 14 hit points is probably going to be the turning point of the game. From that, the Radiant are now going to retaliate and push up this mid lane, right up the guts. They also want to get the mid Rax being probably the key Rax of all three of the Rax.
If they drop that Rax, it would have helped them greatly as well, because now they're just going to get pushed in the middle again, and now they'll probably lose a Rax because of it.
As you can see here, they're now gripping it into the Rex here, and they haven't got a glyph, I don't think. I think it's just going to be casually right click down with no contesting. Although Kunka's there, there's a scream. Can Kunka come in and pick somebody off? Oh, he does another amazing splash, but he just misses short of killing a couple of them. There's a nice vacuum followed by a boat and a wall and a black hole. Another amazing black hole, but it doesn't catch enough. There's not enough damage coming out. He gets disrupted from that actual. He gets stunned from that actual black hole. They all managed to get out, except no, they all managed to get out. Nobody died. Like don't do that. There's a double kill there for Kunka with
And
one
Kunka with
swing.
the double kill.
One swing. He picks up that double kill. He's got 5,000. This is going to most likely be a divine rapier build for the Kunka. The game is now into the 50th minute. It looks like he's probably going to get a rapier. Let's see what he picks up from the secret shop.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It looks like he's going for an assault cross. He's picked up that hyperstone instead of picking up the relic, which tells me he's probably going to go for an AC over the gamble of a rapier. I probably, given it the state of the game, I probably would have gone for a rapier myself. Although it seems your right click splash damage is just amazing. And a number of abilities being thrown down on the bottom to try and push back this assault from the Dire team. They've popped a glyph even. There's an Omni ult. There's a bunch of abilities going down. Nobody dying just yet. They finally get their Rax. I think you're going to see a commitment here from the team to try and get this last one rather than chase heroes. Or are they too greedy? Let's find out. No. Yeah,
Radiant's middle
they
barracks are
finally
under
get
attack.
this rags.
Radiant's middle
Both lanes
barracks have
being
fallen.
raxed. This is now a much closer game than it was about
nice
5 10 minutes ago. And the graphs say the same thing. It is only slightly in the favor of the Radiant, but it's only a one team fight difference. Oh, and a great vacuum straight into a wall. There's a screen followed through with a number of other abilities, but there's that Veil of Discord playing a lot of havoc on the Dire team. They're taking a lot of damage, including all three primary heroes going down. No wait, there's no primary hero. Losing both Vengeful Spirit, losing everybody except Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain being the only one who gets out. All in all, probably still reasonably successful. They've managed to push back the lane and also get the mid racks, which puts them on equal footing in terms of racks. And the graphs say it's only 5,000 in it. There's only one team fight really in it in terms of who can actually pull it off. This is going to be much closer than I had initially anticipated.
The trade winds.
You see a bit
And
of-
we see Radiant probably going for the end.
No, they were looking to do so, but
Although we
this
have
buyback,
buybacks.
yeah, their buyback being something that drove them back. Taking a look at CS now, we can see that both Queen of Pain and Koga sitting at the top tables on 305 and 295 respectively. Below that, with a sort of almost 30 difference in CS, is Gyro, and then again it's another dire carry in the form of Lycan with 262. Him having a quite a substantial gap between him and Conquer, and also Queen of Pain, but he's still above the rest of the Radiant. The rest of the Radiant sitting on 248 for Darkseer, 221 for Enigma, and 204 for Puck. With the supports all coming, you know, the primary supports all coming really low, but you expect that normally in most games. So what does this reflect in the terms of items? Let's have a quick look by pushing our magic item button. The magic item button tells us that Queen of Pain has a Boots of Travel, a Sheepstick, an Orchid, and a BKB. She's answered all this team utility that's come from out of Puck. So she's basically a counter Puck with all her abilities there. Like in choosing a lot of the single target abilities, not having spent any of his money, he's actually picked up a Necronomicon book for some reason. I'm not really sure where that fits into the normal Lycan build, but he's obviously chosen to pick up this Necro book for a reason, in favour of actually finishing or upgrading that Skull Basher into a what's it made? Abyssal Blade.
Yep.
Not much difference in items really for the Radiant, even though they've got this huge level advantage, they haven't picked up anything unusual that they didn't already have. It's a mirror match in terms of items for both Puck and Enigma. They both have shift sticks, they both have BKBs, they both have blink daggers, they both have Yules. Not much.
And Kunku just picks up his AC.
Yeah, you're right. And there is the only pickup that's different from earlier on when we looked at their items is just this Manta Star on the Gyrocopter. That's going to add to the team fight, but also pushing power. But yeah, Conquer probably going to be the key point of defense in the next upcoming team fight. This next team fight, doesn't matter who wins, I'm pretty sure they're going to win the game.
Be fearless. Much like cordwood before axe's axe, Dire's top tower is under. Dire's top tower has fallen. Axe wishes it was you instead.
We see top tower go down to creeps, or nice. Yeah, just a wave of creeps. Could have been contested, but wasn't. Everyone playing really cautiously now. Everyone realizing that there's only one team fight in it. Whoever wins the next team fight is likely to steamroll the other opponent, and they will soon follow up with a GG.
We got Queen of Pain just sitting in the bottom lane. Blinks in now for the creep waves.
We see Lycan
Radiant
using
looking
his
for a
wolf
rush.
very, very cautiously in and around Rosh to see when they're going to actually do it. And he actually reveals they are doing Rosh right now. Is there going to be a reaction from the Dire team? They choose to smoke up. That looks like they're going to go try and engage. There is a conquer boat. There is a splash. There is, yeah, the Radiant retreats. Gyro is caught behind, between a rock and a hard place behind this Roshan, but this back off from the Radiant gives them the room to retreat. And now everyone's just hovering in
And
and around
QOP
Rosh.
picks off the tower.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Reactionary TP's out going from the Gyro to the bottom lane to stop this push from the Queen of Pain, and the attempt on Rush has been abandoned. It could potentially be picked up by this Dire team, and they're going to go for it. They're going to get this quite comfortably because the Dire team have all retreated out to stop the Queen of Pain in bottom position. They're going to
They might pick off.
yeah, they might pick her
up
off.
Queen of
They've
Pain
got
on
their
bottom
ships.
lane.
Yeah, there we go. They got her, but they got a Rush and they got a cheese.
Fear not heresy.
So this could be good news for the Dire if they use this effectively in the next upcoming team fight, which they are slightly disadvantaged in. But you know, with that Aegis, they might be able to tip the scale, and if they win their team fight, they could potentially come back and win this game, for which I had already said they had lost.
Ah, the quickening.
We're seeing Radiant gathering together in the middle lane. Lycan looks to go farm the top. He might be solo pushing just down that last tower.
And we see here, almost everybody on the Radiant team has enough money for a buyback. No one's spending their money, so even if this push is a fail, they can all buy back and sort of hold out until they've got enough cash for another buyback. Whereas on the Dire team, they've only got a handful of people with buybacks. So the Dire team, even though they've got this, they just have to be slightly more conservative in how they play. And we see Lycan pushing the bottom. This is going to be a base race as the Radiant push down the middle through to the throne. Lycan is forced to retreat up to the side shop. He's going to have to sell something in order to buy a scroll and get back to base to help assist.
At Radiant's middle tower.
He sells the cheese in order to buy a scroll and TP back to base, but unfortunately his mates have already driven off the assault. So that selling of the cheese was a bit of a waste there, I'm afraid. But you know, he's now in no man's land, not really doing anything, whereas the rest of his team is pushing down the middle to try and chase off the Radiant, who have lost that early Gyro, that team fight damaged Gyro, and this could be where they use the Sages and win the game.
Enigma coming around behind.
Yeah, he's getting caught in position. There's a drink. He's being shaped. There's all kinds of manner of follow through from everybody, and that's a dead Lycan. He buys back immediately because he knows how close this game's going to be. And we see the rest of the Dire team still pushing down the middle with the Queen of Pain in the bottom, pushing that bottom lane yet again.
No sorceries avail.
This game being very, very tight. Going into the 60th minute of the game. Well, actually, this is almost the 70 minutes of the game if you include the captain's mode drafting. This being sort of a late game, so we should see the Dire team winning this game with Lycan, with Kunkka. But with those early upsets in the game, they're now sort of just struggling to see if they can actually stay afloat. Meanwhile, Gyro not being too particularly farmed, he is now going for either a butterfly or a orchid, but probably a butterfly at this stage. If he gets that butterfly, or if he manages to actually get some serious DPS items, they'll be in trouble. That flak cannon will easily just right click down a couple of them, and there'll be no problems there.
We just see Dire side continuing to farm. All their people are farming the jungles. Looks like the Radiant though, they're also just farming. They're just a bit turtling up at the moment. I think they are a bit worried now that Queen of Pain's back.
Gyro being far deep out of position. He's completely surrounded. He doesn't know that, but also the Dire don't know he's actually there. They know he's around somewhere, and he senses danger and backs out. Yeah, as you said before, the Dire turtling, or I call this neandering, they're all kind of together close. They're not really doing anything. They're picking up occasional farm, but not actually achieving any goals. They've gone into a defensive huddle, whereas the Radiant, or so I should say the Dire, being far more aggressive, now playing the offensive game, now feeling like they have some ability to control the laning, and we can see that they're pushing out. They're also choosing to farm out the Radiant jungle, which I think is reasonably smart given how close this game is. But yeah, you can see like, oh, look at that flak, those flak cannon attacks from the gyrocopter. Just basically 2 right clicks and the entire wave's dead. Oh, and they're ping on Lycan. Lycan having already prematurely popped his BKB. No, he popped something. Oh, he gets swapped out and saved by the Vengeful. But there's a black hole, an amazing black hole, and it gets walked into by 2 heroes. But there's a stun there from Vengeful Spirit to save them. And just Lycan too tanky for them to right click down casually. 2 vacuums into the wall now. That results in a dead Vengeful Spirit and a dead Omni Knight. Is right click damage going down to everybody. Who's going to die next? It looks like it's going to be Lycan. Lycan trying to escape. But, oh no, this is bad. Koka's still picking up another kill. And another kill. And there's a buyback here from the Enigma. He really senses this could be bad. No one really winning that engagement. It being kind of more of a stalemate than anything. But, oh no. Queen of Pain being out of position. Pushing the top lane by herself. She did get the tower, and it looks like if these rock lobbers don't die, no, and she did almost get the racks, so it wasn't a misplay. It's just that there wasn't enough distraction in this bottom lane to allow her to sneak away that top tower, that top racks, I should say. Building into now, we see Lycan reverting back to farming the jungle. I'm not sure what he's looking to build now. Perhaps he is looking to now get that Abyssal Blade from the Basher. That would be very, very useful. Probably, I still think he wants that heart. He's probably feeling tanky, but I think he needs that heart, in all honesty. If he gets that heart, he's going to have so much more damage for them to chew through, and he's going to be so much more influential in actually pursuing the enemy.
Go picks up the invisible, heads straight top, or they might be trying to intercept through the jungle.
Yet again we see Lycan, he didn't have to sell anything this time. No, he sold the scroll. He bought a scroll, then decided, hey, I don't need to sell it. There's not much action going on in the mid. Sells it. If I was him, I would have kept that because you never know what's going to happen. And as I say that, Gyro is right there behind him. There's a TP in. There's a puck. Dream kill. It actually goes for BKB. They try to shut him down, but he TP's out. Luckily, he was close enough to the shop to be able to play the TP. And Desolator on the Queen of Pain. This game is now going to start swinging the way of the Dire. I believe with this Desolator and all the right click potential they already have, we're going to see heroes dropping even faster. Enigma choosing to yield himself to try and escape. And a disruption from Shadow Team to try and save him. Oh, and a blink, and he gets saved. But at what cost? What cost will there be? There's a swap in here from Vengeful Spirit. On the Gyro. Gyro popping his BKB. He's trying to get away. He pops his ult. Not really hitting anyone. My god, this is so sloppy. We see Lycan trying to pick him up with both his ult and his speed rune, but unfortunately he's not fast enough somehow. And Vengeful Spirit taking some damage from everyone taking damage everywhere. There's no concise focused concentration from either side. They're kind of just casually trying to, not casually, but they're trying to hastily right click down as many heroes as they can. They're not neither team coordinating, and as a result, what we've got here is a back off from the Radiant team and to regroup and a sort of drive down the home from the Radiant. This is going to be the crucial team fight right here. There's no buybacks, or there's absolutely no buybacks from the Dire team. They need this to be successful. There's limited buybacks from the Radiant. They push the stop breaks, they get one. There's a wall, there's a Yules, there's another Yules. There's no black hole. There's a black hole, he's just come off of refreshing. We're seeing all kinds of damage going down everybody. Nobody dropping down the Vengeful, no, Omni Knight. Oh, and we see Puck picking up. Oh, there we go.
And they throw the GG up. Queen of Pain gets the last barracks.
Yeah, we see Dire coming back from the, what is it, the prepices of defeat. You know, they managed to from the jaws of defeat, they clutched that victory that they very much so much needed. There's buybacks everywhere, but GG being called because they're now on Mega Creeps. As you see, Queen of Pain picking up all that while all that engagement was happening, while all those heroes are being chased down. Queen of Pain being smart, just focusing on the racks now that she has that Desolator. No one actually
I think
seeing.
Kunka has really held this team together, as well as QOP.
Yeah, this is just going to be a matter of time. They've got lots to focus against. Although, with all these buybacks, if they can wipe the Dire team here, if they can 5-man wipe them with the current players on the field, they could potentially go Mega Creeps to Mega Creeps. But no, so you can see that Queen of Pain. Those right clicks just being so strong with their Desolator. Okay, there's the Kunka. No, that GG not being a true GG, they're still going to play on. Not sure why, but this is definitely now all in the favour of the Dire team. Let's look at the graphs. Wait, there's more action still. People still coming in for fighting? No, they're backing off. Yep. Let's have a quick look at the graphs. The graphs will tell us exactly what actually happened in terms of gold and GPM. And we see here the game has actually still plateaued in the favour of the Radiant with 4,000 gold in their favour, even though they're completely racked. And they're sitting at 17,000 XP advantage, even though they're being completely racked. So those graphs don't tell you the story of what you actually see on the screen. You don't see a very dominant, very triumphant, very confident Radiant. You see a Radiant who's on the back foot, they've got Mega Creeps, but maybe they know that and that's why they haven't given up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The Mega Creeps are just going to end up taking out these towers at the base.
Yeah, also Dire looking to pick up this Roshan. The power, the pure power of this damage of Kunka, Queen of Pain, not so much Lycan really. Lycan, I think they're trying really sort of push Lycan out of the game. Even the game would have to go for another 20 minutes for Lycan to be much more influential. But you know, definitely the Kunka, definitely the Queen of Pain, really pulling it home for this team.
Falls, Axis Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
Oh wow, nice play there by the Radiant. They pick off both those heroes, but now they all have to TP back to base.
Off the tower.
Yeah, they all have to TP back to base because Queen of Pain is focusing on the racks. Now she's focusing on the heroes and those right clicking for so much damage with that Desolator and the negative armor. There's nothing they can do. All those TPs, all those heroes, and they still couldn't kill her. She kills one of them and goes to retreat, but she's returning with both a backup with Lycan. This is the GG. Yeah, they can't stop this now. So much damage coming down their way. Here it comes. Here comes the Rax, and that's GG. I was a Mega Kai. Who are you again?
I'm Axorus. Thank you for letting me cast with you, champ.
No worries. This is Axorus. He was just, you know, this was a casual game from ANS group. I don't know really what kind of groups it was, but it was a casual Monday night game. Let's have a quick look at the screens for my plugins, just for those people who are watching. Where's my buttons? Here we go. Kiwi Challenge Series 2, 12th to the 28th of July. 18 teams going head to head in the Series 2 of that. Add onto your Steam account Dota 2 New Zealand, or click, it should be under D2NZ. Add him and you'll be able to watch his games. I will be casting the beginning and the finals of this game as a spectator caster, as they have some restrictions on casting. If you're looking for a clan to join, look at Tau.net. It's got over 100 players and they play the Australian New Zealand time zones. They do weekly practices with structured coaching. That is Tau.net. But most of all, they're fun and friendly. And I would like to thank ANS for inviting me to this game. And I'll see you guys all in the next cast.